Well, I think we've kind of developed out a plan of 3 parts to the preseason. It's this very, very early preseason or off season, and several of the players took advantage of about 6 weeks over some resistance training and some aerobic base building things. We called it off season, but there's really no off season in soccer anymore. And then moving now, we're into the first few weeks of our early preseason phase, and really the goals there are kind of continue to develop the aerobic base, continue with some of the strength development. Now we're moving into some of that lactic threshold type training, more of the soccer specific fitness, where we're trying to think of ways to bolster the athletes where they don't get injured in the first place. And so breaking down some of the reasons why guys get nicked up. Obviously a slide tackle with a cleat stuck in your thigh, I mean, there's not much you can do to prevent that. But some of the strains and sprains and some of these weird kind of things that happen, where we look at film and we sit down with the training staff and with the coaching staff and try to figure out, A, how can we prevent this from happening again? And then B, trying to strengthen up the system where, again, they have a kind of a set of armor on at all times to preclude them from being in those positions in the first place. But several of the guys took part in our off-season training, and when those guys like Kyle and some of them come to us in the off-season, it's about kind of rebuilding their body from the ground up. And for him, it was a specific rehab process from that deep inguinal thing that he was having. We're talking about a lot of core stability, a lot of base stability, strength training. That then he can take some of that to the pitch with him as we start to add some power and some rotary kind of torquing that goes on through the hips. And those are things that you have to build that in the off season and then train that up to make it more soccer specific in this part of the season. So those guys that have taken advantage of that are going to reap the benefits all season long.
We did a little bit of work in the gym, weightlifting, light weights, just focusing on the right technique and really strengthening those core muscles. A lot of ab work, like I said, a lot of core work. Just they say the whole core work really prevents another injury. We did some fast foot work through cones, over hurdles, that sort of thing. Just all the movements you're going to do in training and in the game. But I think the guys at Michael Johnson really helped me. They helped me kind of, 2 months of a break after the surgery is tough to come back from, so they got me back in the swing of things.
I'm a coach at heart, and although performance training is my passion, and I'm out here trying to make guys faster and stronger, and injury prevention, I mean, that's what we all kind of hang our hat on, is if we can help reduce the chance of injury or reduce the time it takes for you to get back from an injury that typically happens. My biggest accomplishment is when we win, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to help FC Dallas win, and our crowning accomplishment is like any other, is making a playoff win or winning a Super Bowl or winning some of those things that I've not done before. Those are the things that are my crowning moments, and that's a kind of a compilation of all the fitness and all the other stuff that goes into it. At the end of the day, we want to win. And so when I win, that's my crowning accomplishment. I feel a part of that.